Hello everyone, welcome back to Mine Mogul. Shaky here, and we are going to try to finish the main quest here today in this episode, and then we'll probably just wait for an update to the game. So we're kind of like working on iron right now. We just finished the iron ingots, so we just need iron rods and iron pipes. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of room down here without redoing this whole area, which maybe we should do, I guess, because there's no sense wasting this. I don't know if we could just route the existing ore into this. Would that make more sense? Like, could we just turn this off? Could try it. I don't know if it's going to overwhelm the smelter. Let's do that, and let's see if it overwhelms the smelter. If it does, we will have to, because that's going to make basically a whole bunch of iron rods. And let's see where we are in copper. We are doing copper plates. We're not doing any copper ingots. We're doing copper rods right now, and copper plates. So this area is pretty much okay. I think we're just waiting on that. We basically have, I've been trying to figure out a way to speed these up. I've thought about it overnight, but like there's really no way to speed it up. We could definitely put the rapid auto miners in, but that takes the chances of emeralds away, and then we wouldn't have any emeralds. The only way to get emeralds is through the random chance of mining. Like we could get diamonds and rubies off of the shaker table, but we can't get emeralds, so I guess we're just going to have to leave it be for now. The only thing we could do is, there are 3 mines that I have not hooked up yet. They are all coal mines, so we could hook up more of those and see if we get a better chance of emeralds that way. But I'm going to wait and see where we end up with on our active physics objects here. I just recently cleared all the objects, so I want to see where this number settles at before we add anything else. Yeah, it's not really working out. It's going to overflow here, so let's see if we can put like a splitter in here. That would probably make sense, right? And we could just put a splitter and send half of it back over this way, and that would divide it between these two. That would give us more pipes, which is definitely what we want, so let's try that. Let's just see where we can put the splitter at here. Probably put it, like, I guess we're going to have to put it back here, I think. So we're going to have to get rid of this light. Alright, so let's just delete this here. Put in the splitter. And then we'll just do the pipes here. We'll do this one, will go over to this side. Move the ledger here. That's half going that way, and then we can just loop this back around and get it back into here. I have 3 left. I'll go buy some more. Why can I not put that there? What's in the way? Oh, this rock column here. Okay, so it's alright. We'll try that. That'll give us that splits half these over here, so it's basically sending, I don't know, it's like 25% each one here, so I don't know how the numbers work out, but basically this is receiving 25%, and this is receiving, I guess, like probably like 37% each. So let's see if those overflow, and if it is, looks like it's going to. This one's looking pretty full already over here. Yeah, we'll let it run for a while, see. Alright, we're just going to do a little time test here and see where we're at here. We're going to do the 10-minute time test and see how much iron pipes we process, and that we only have 2 machines making it, so let's see how that goes. We're going to have 2289 objects on the screen right now, and we are at 3,600 polished iron pipes. Let's go 10 minutes and see how it goes. We're also having a problem over here. I think we're definitely putting way too much crushed iron in there. I'm hoping it kind of falls in there though. I put these belts here to see if it kind of blocks it. I can't tell if it's falling through or if it's going into the other bin here. Doesn't look like it's going into the other bin or the other crusher. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's let it run for 10 minutes and see. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. We have 2212 objects on the screen. That's actually less than what we had before. I'll show you why that is in a minute. I made a little change that seems to be helping. And then we have 3,800 iron pipes. So we made 200 iron pipes in that 10 minutes. So that's going to take us, we have 1,200 left, so that would be basically 6 times 10, so it's an hour. That'd be an hour left to make our iron pipes, and then our iron rods are 1840. They were at 1670, so we only have 1 machine making those, and we made about 200 in that hour too. So we're definitely gonna have to speed up the iron rods, but once we complete the pipes, we should be able to pick that up pretty quickly. The change I made up here, I found a little space up here I could throw the arm in. It doesn't always work. I don't know why it's sitting here right now. Like sometimes it grabs ore, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe it takes a break or something. but before it was taking ore from this belt and sticking on this belt. I don't know why it's not working right now. It does seem to be temperamental. But again, it is a work in progress. It was clearly labeled as that, so you can't really expect it to work. Okay, it randomly started working. I don't know, it must be on like a cycle or something, but you can see it's taking the ore from there and just throwing it on the other belt, so it kind of helps level it out a little bit. Kind of a workaround. Okay, we just met the copper rod requirement, 5,051 now, so we can take out the copper rods, and we have only 200 plates left to make them. We can make all ingots, so the ingots should process pretty quickly because we're going to have 4 machines making ingots, but let's just go ahead and get rid of this stuff here. We don't need the rods anymore. So there's this one, so we could just turn these into plates real quick, I guess. Do we have a roller on us? We have one right here, that's nice. So I'll turn it into plates. Just gotta get that onto the belt here. And really this won't have to run for long. We only need 150 plates left, so this will be done in no time. By the time I get these built, it'll be done. We'll let that run for a second. That'll be all 4 of them making plates. And as soon as that's done, we'll switch it over to making ingots. And the ingots should process pretty quickly. We'll do another test on that and see. The thing we actually have to worry about is gold. Gold is taking forever. And we've got every gold mine tapped, so as soon as we hit the diamonds and gems and the emeralds, we'll switch all our miners over to the fast ones. Alright, we're close enough. I feel like I can start switching them over, and it'll be done by the time I finish this. So we're just going to get rid of these here and just put the belts on here. That's all really we need to do. There's some stuff's getting trapped under here, so I don't know if there's any way to get off of there. It seems to be stuck. Anyway, let's get this going. Like that. Grab some belts. Nice. There it goes. Yeah, by the time we finish, there should be enough belts on, or plates on the belt now to finish the mission. Alright, so that's good. That's all switched over now. That copper ingots should complete pretty quickly. Next time we do a test, we'll check and see how many copper ingots we process every 10 minutes. Okay, that'll do it for iron pipes. So all we have left in the iron is the iron rods. I think we'll just go down here and put all rod stations in. There's over here. We don't need plates. We just need these ingot straighteners. Do we have it? I gotta go buy some of those, I think. Let's see how many we have. Got 8 of them. That should be good. So let's go ahead and reset the physics here. We have 2200. It's not too bad. We're gonna reset it anyway. Just so we have some time to fix this stuff. I'll come down here. We're just gonna delete all this, I think. See if we can fit 4 rod makers in here. Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we need the straighteners on there so the ingot's going right, facing the right direction. Okay, that's 4 rod makers lined up nicely. Now we need to fix this back here. We're gonna go back to using 4 of these so we don't have to worry about this overflow issue that we're having. Good there. Grab some belts. And a splitter finally. This worked pretty good last time we put it here. Alright, that should be good there. We're doing iron rods. That'll be the iron rods done, so we need about 1,500 of those. Alright, that is the iron rods, and now we need to... Looks like all the gems are done, so we can go up and get rid of the shaker table and we'll start working on that 20,000 coal. That's probably going to take a while, so we definitely want to get a priority going on that. I know gold's going to take a while too, but... I'm going to come up here. I think it's all just being routed to the shaker table, so we can just get rid of that. Then we can probably start putting on faster miners in if we want. So let's just take all this down. And we could probably just put it in. That's going into a sorter, but I don't think it's really necessary, but whatever. If it finds a ruby, I think it's what's in there, just rubies. It's not gonna find any rubies, but whatever. So let's go there now. We can just grab these and kind of clean up the area real quick. It's just going to be copper now. Or coal. I keep calling it copper. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's crazy. Okay, so all copper products are done and iron products are just about done. We only have 40 left. So we can go turn off any mine that has just copper or iron. We don't care about the gems anymore because the gems are done as well. So we really just have gold and coal. And we'll just basically put the rapid miners on there and speed those along to get that process going faster. So let's run over here and just start in the copper mine here. I know there's tons of copper mines we can turn off in a small area. Alright, so this one is doing copper and coal, so we'll leave that one go. This one we're going to turn off because it is just doing copper. We don't need that anymore. That doesn't seem that fast anymore, I don't know. Probably faster than a regular one, right? There's a regular one right there. So they put up a piece about the same time there. Yeah, no, it looks like the other ones might be faster, right? What's the point of that then? Let's turn this one off. This is all coal, so we'll leave this one. I think I'll put that rapid miner in, but I don't think it is that beneficial. It seems like that was actually a little bit slower than this one. I think we're just going to leave that in for now. What is this one here? All copper, we can turn that one off. Down here we can turn a lot of these off. We're about to complete the gold rod mission. I think we can start changing that. And we're going to go down to, see if we just put the ore into 2 crushers, or 2 smelters instead of 3. If that overwhelms them, it probably will. We have every gold mine in the game tapped right now. We just have the regular miners on them. I feel like putting the rapid miner with a 2-minute, the drill bit that lasts 2 minutes is not really sustainable. We'd spend a lot of time running around replacing drill bits and not getting anything else done. So what we're going to do here is just grab this one. This one is split into these 2. We want to turn this last one over here. We want to turn this one over here off. So I think what we'll do is just like see if we can do this real quick here. I don't know if we have enough belts for this, but delete that one. We're going to put a curved belt in here. Tries to auto connect the stuff. You got to delete some of the filing belts too, like so. Then put some belts down like this. And we'll just do the same thing over here. We'll get rid of I get back up there. We'll just delete this one, that one. Put a curve in here and some straight bits. That should force it all into 2, which my guess is probably going to overwhelm those, but we don't have much longer to go. So that's gold rods done. We just need gold plates and gold ingots at bottom. Looks like gold plates will be done first. Alright, so the 2 smelters is working perfectly fine. Nothing's overflowing, and we actually completed the coal mission while we're waiting. Gold plates are about done. There's probably no sense making also go into ingots, but we might as well just try to overwhelm it. Just because it's the last mission to do it, so we might as well do it. Stick it all into the plates there. That will most likely overflow our smelter down there, but that should knock out the last mission pretty soon. There should be plenty of plates on the belt enough to complete the gold plate mission. And there's 5,000 right there. That one's done. Right about now. Or now. There we go, gold plate's done now, and all we need is gold ingots left, and that's the last thing to do. I'm just gonna sit here and watch this overflow probably. Okay, as expected it is overflowing the smelter, but no big deal there. As soon as these ingots make their way up to the hub, we should complete this mission pretty quickly, because there's gonna be quite a few of them on the plate there, or on the belt. It does take a minute or 2 to get up to the pit. A little bit of a long path. Let's go ahead and run up there and see. I think there's some trophies we can buy to end the episode. And there's also some Christmas stuff that we didn't look at, but check this out here. We have some trophies to buy. We can buy these cost. How many zeros is that? It's hard to see. What looks like $1 million each, but we do have $10 million. So let's add this to the cart. Add this to the cart. Add this to the cart. Add that to the cart. That's a cool 4 million right there. Purchase that. Got our trophies, pretty cool. That's funny. You can't even pick them up. Sure, you can drag them around though. Only 10 ingots left to do. Can we... Yeah, we kind of take them all. Nice. Throw them in our box pile over here. Nice. Gold bar trophy, coal trophy, iron trophy, copper trophy, and in 5 ingots we'll be able to buy the last one. What happens if we throw this in there? Do we get our $1 million back? What is all this? Sometimes materials get delivered too fast or it falls out of the pit, the shaft here. I should really lower that chute a little bit. Anyways, that completes our mission now. Our mission is gone, so we must have completed it. Go ahead and buy the WoW trophy. Ultimate Mine Mogul trophy. Oh, we can't afford it. What is this, 10 million? Yeah, I just spent my money. So we're unfortunately going to have to wait to buy it. That's unfortunate. Right, this is almost $10 million, I think, right here. And we just spent 4 million. That's going to take a while to get 4 million. I've been playing a while, and it took me all, probably 20 hours to get $10 million. So we do have some shaft mist stuff here. We could buy a Christmas tree. Might as well buy that. And some lampposts. Nice, there's a Christmas tree. Beautiful. And we have some light posts over here. Nice, I like it. I should replace all my light posts like that. That looks awesome. So the dev test has some stuff in it. Resource scanner shows the name of the thing you're looking at. That's pretty handy. Package. I wonder what this is all about. What can you package? And is it like move stuff around in boxes or something? Oh, looks like you have to put stuff in the top. Alright, so that means we just gotta move it down a little bit. Now we're gonna be packaging coal for Christmas. That's appropriate. I wonder how much it can hold. So it holds 20x and 2x crushed coal. But it looks like it's stuck on them. It doesn't look like it can make the turns. It probably needs rollers, I'm guessing. That's pretty handy. That would be a way to eliminate some of the items on the belts, I would believe. I wonder if that can, if it lowers your ore count, so you could have more stuff on the belts. Let's see if we get some rollers in here. See if they'll go on rollers. Like, let me put them there. Let's see. We're gonna get rid of this for a minute. It looks like they get stuck pretty easy. Get stuck on there. Yeah, so you'd have to like really be careful with where you put them. So if we put on top of the belt up here, maybe we package something way back there and send it in. Alright, so what we could try these packages to see if it reduces the ore count. If the boxes only count as one physics object instead of the 22 that's inside, you could significantly increase how many things you could have on the belt at once. But the problem with the packages is they are very hard to move around. They get stuck very easily. So if we put them on our bus system up here, maybe above all the scaffolding, that might work. But we'd probably have to go down. Like, we could easily make this one layer. Like, this was 6 layers, 6 belts here, and that was way too much. We didn't need that throughput at any time. So we could actually move this down and make this all like one layer. Like, we could, take these down and make this one layer, which would be easier for the boxes to get through. So if we like packaged everything over at the iron and copper facility, we could move a lot more material that way. So maybe we'll try that, I don't know. But I don't know if we could get the boxes through here. We have to redo this whole thing a little bit. Alright, let's see how much trouble this causes if we start getting rid of this top layer. I'm hesitant to do this because it's going to be hard to replace if it doesn't work. It took me forever to get this in. Right now it's going to cause a mess at the pit, but we'll figure it out. So we are going to leave the coal belt up there, so we'll just go down to 2 belts over here. So what I'm thinking is we'll try to get the presence on one of these 2 belts here. Of course, this is a dev test tool too, so this is probably not a great idea, because if they ever get rid of it, my save will be ruined. But oh well. And we can actually move these ramps now that they've got roller ramps. We built this before they had the roller ramps, because that would get rid of that ledge there. How difficult is that going to be? We would have to remove this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. It's going to cause all sorts of issues down below. Nice, much easier to get around now. Do the same thing up here. Much smarter way to do it. Yeah, it's so much nicer. Now we can just run through here. You can this. Alright, let's head over to the factory floor there in the big hole there in the center and turn our copper back on and see if we can put it into some packages and see if we can get packages to work. Kind of a quick little experiment here. So we'll come over here, I'll have to turn all the miners back on, but I guess we'll wait till we rebuild the factory floor here. I'm just going to do it like on, maybe we'll do two different items like we got right now. We're just making ingots. So I guess we could just package ingots in one of them and maybe make plates in another and package plates in one. Let's try that real quick. So I forgot to buy stuff. Let me go buy some stuff real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so let's do a quick experiment. Let's take out, we're going to make sure we polish them before we put them in the packager so that they're ready to go. Delete all this stuff for now. And we'll grab, I guess we'll do ingots and plates for now. So let's just do, we'll just need a polisher here on each line. Like that. And let's see if we can put the packager in the middle. Get rid of this light for a minute. Alright, then we need the packager. That can come in from the top, so we could probably put it on both sides. We're not going to be able to ramp up fast enough. Let's see if we can fit it in the corner over here and we can just combine the ingots before we put them in the packager. So I'll go there. We'll probably have to put rollers on here, but we'll see. Let's see if we can ramp up in time now. We'll just use one without the walls right now. That should be fine. And we'll put some corners on. Like that, and then a merger. Something like that. I gotta go turn on the miners again. I turned most of the miners off. Let me do that. Let me turn the miners back on so we get a full quick test going. Let's just hop down here if we can get down there. Most of them are down here. Alright, so the majority of those are turned back on. We have our first package here. It looks like we are going to need rollers. It looks like it's stuck on the belt there. Looks like it holds 27 copper ingots. That's pretty awesome. So that means we could fit, 27x times more ore on the belt here. Assuming this counts as just one physics object. Put it on a belt here. We'll probably have to change this whole thing over to conveyor or rollers. But for now we're going to do a little test and see if we can get it onto a... Do I have a conveyor belt ledger in here? We'll see if that'll dump it onto the regular belt there. There it goes now. It's going to go up on the belt. Nice. Can we see how much it has in it? It has 27 as well, so that seems to be the count for ingots. Let's just file this box and see where it gets stuck at. So it makes it up there. It's going to be a polished box in a minute here. It goes through there just fine. We're not going to be able to fit through here. Oh, it gets stuck on the corner there. Yeah, because it comes out of the roller, out of the polisher. It doesn't do corners very well at all, so we're going to have to make sure we have a nice wide path. We're just going to mess with this. So I wonder if we could take it around this side here. We could probably bring it over to here. We're going to have to redo everything though to get this to work. Let's try it. So we could probably put coal on the same belt here for now. And then separate it off later down the line. That'd be my current plan. That way we could get rid of one of these lines. That should work, right? I wonder if you can sort packages, if a package will fit through a sorter. I guess let's try it. This is a lot of work I'm undoing. So we'll just separate these out down the line later. So the package will come up here, go down here. I'm going to switch this to a roller. That'll come up there. We're going to get stuck here. Wonder if the packages are going to get stuck on the ceiling. Alright, so packages are super finicky, which I think is part of their charm, because they are, 27 items packaged in one, so that's pretty awesome. But you know, they get stuck easily on corners like this, so you have to really design your system to make sure that they don't get stuck along the way. So we're gonna have to delete this. I think it takes up a 2x2. And drop those down there for now. Let's do the ledger instead. That seems to work better. You know, you cannot build on top of packages. You can build on top of ore, but you cannot build on top of packages. And this would be ledger. So let's see how that works. Comes a package now. Gets flipped over. So it kind of gets tossed around quite a bit. Gets flipped over here, and then it gets stuck there, so we can't do that either. What if we... I can't make that climb with the rollers, because it's 2. Rollers take up 3 spaces to climb instead of 2. What if we got rid of this wall, though? Well, that worked out. Followed it along, see if it makes it up. So yeah, these walls might be a problem here. Might have to get rid of them and just put the regular conveyors in. That's got a little corner here. Those work pretty well. Kind of flips over when it hits the ledge there. This is kind of creepy. It like puts it halfway on because this connection isn't very good here. But it does work. I just put this belt here to kind of push the package back on the track. It comes up here, gets flipped over. Now we're gonna have to redo our whole system, our whole factory system to get this to work out. Let's come along the thing here. Goes up there. Got plenty of throughput on these belts now, so you can see it kind of gets tossed around quite a bit. I've lost quite a few packages getting this set up, but it does work. So once I get it all cleaned up, I'm going to just run a quick test. I'm going to switch over the iron to this and then see how many active ore objects we have. Like right now we have a ton, right? We have 1,700, which isn't actually that many. But I'm going to see if we can put everything in packages, how many active ore objects we have on the screen. And into the pit it goes. Cool. So we could redo our whole system knowing this works, but I hesitate to do that. I've pretty much already done it. But if they ever take these packages away, my whole factory would be obsolete. Alright, so I redid each area just to see how it worked. So these are plates being put into a box here. It looks like they can hold, I think, 12 or 13 per box. So it's not a whole lot. It's hard to read that. It says 13. So yeah, 13 in there. And I redid the copper mine here is all making all these 4 ingot makers are going into one box here. I think it holds like 27. And that just comes down here and goes over to here. I might as well just brought it up over here actually. But instead I took it all the way around here, which is kind of ridiculous. All the way up here. And something to note too, like these packages do not clear when you hit the clear physics objects, so they are there forever until you clean them up. So I don't know if that'll be fixed in a future update. I didn't want to mess around with it too much because I don't know if these packages are going to be sticking around or not. But yes, so I basically come over here and then I have the iron doing the same thing, making rods, polishing them, and then putting them in a packager. I think it holds 25 as well. 22, you can see the bid, 23, 24. The next one should ship it, yeah, so 25. And that comes around here, and they all go up to the main bus. You can follow this one up there. So it just comes up to here. We got plenty of throughput now. And I love that you can run up here. It's super nice, easy to get around now. And so basically the only thing coming through here is coal, gems, and packages. Once it's in a package, you cannot put it through a sorter, so you're going to have to make sure you separate your belts. So that's something we could work on in a future update, but we'll wait and see where this goes before we put too much effort into our packages. But yeah, so that's going to be it. It looks like it's working. I don't know if our active ore count is gone down at all, so I don't know if these really count as 27 or if they count as 1, but we are still 2,000 ore objects on the screen. And I haven't really checked. I might have a leak somewhere. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully they update the game and we can take another look at it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.